Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for coming back to watch another one of my paint comparisons. In this video, I will be comparing some pearl whites. So TS45, Tamiya pearl white, Mr. Color, this is a lacquer, white pearl, and Testors extreme lacquer, this is white lightning. I'll be testing it on white spoons, standard gray primered spoon, a black spoon, and a chrome spoon, which I bought online. Saves me a lot of time, saves me a lot of paint too, a lot of painting. So I'll test all of these so you can compare and see which pearl white you like and how they perform, how they show up on different undercoats. So you don't have to do all this before you paint your model, depending on what you're painting. For me, I'll be painting a Mitsubishi EVO VI. So I wanted a pearl white on there, so I wanted to see which one would work best. So at the end of this video, then I'll show you what I find out. One thing I did notice is on the Testors lacquer, it feels thicker and heavier than the Tamiya. Not sure why, look. This one feels like I need to shake it longer and harder. It feels thicker. 85 grams, 100, oh wait. 3 ounces, you know what, I think this might be slightly less than 3 ounces, but still, big difference. All right, so these are the results of my test. And just a reminder, I tested a plain white spoon. Then I used a Tamiya gray. Then I used a black primer. Also, I used chrome spoon that I bought online. This is just on bare white. You can see the metal flakes, or actually pearl flakes. It's a lot of them in there. It might be hard to see on camera, but it looks pretty nice, and it looks like an off-white. I'll show you another spoon. Unpainted spoon, painted spoon. So it's very slight, but the painted one is in off-white, you know, like basically a pearl white. So you can tell there is a difference. If you didn't look at it side by side, you wouldn't be able to tell. But side by side, yes, you can totally tell. This is over the gray. You can see the pearl sheen to it. And it's a pretty nice tint, actually. It's a pretty nice hue of color. Of course, a little darker because of the gray undercoat. With the darker undercoat, you can see a little more of the pearl. See that? A little bit more. Reflects a little bit more. Okay, next one. This is over the black. I would not go with this for any sort of application. Not sure what I would do with this. So I would not use a black undercoat, a black primer for pearl white. Here it is over the chrome. This is actually very nice. Coverage is very good, and it has that same off-white pearl hue to it, kind of like over the white plastic. But this one looks a little bit more off-white. Has more of a little bit more of I want to say ivory to it. So it looks pretty nice. And you can see the speckles, the pearl. It's about the same, maybe slightly more. But that's pretty nice right there. Okay, we're going to the next paint, the Mr. Color over the bare white. Same thing, pretty good pearl sheen there. Compared to the Tamiya, pretty similar actually. Yeah, I would say it's pretty similar. One thing I noticed about this is that it was pretty thick, even though I thinned it 2 parts of thinner to 1 part paint. Still fairly thick, but what I did notice is that it seemed a little transparent. So I think with it, either I didn't thin it correctly, or you just need more coats of paint on this. I'm not sure why. This is the Mr. Color over gray. And that's a Tamiya over gray. See, this one doesn't seem, the paint was a little more transparent. So that's why you can see the gray come through and it's a little darker. I guess with slightly darker backgrounds, you can see a little bit more of the pearl come through. It reflects a little more. That's why you can see those speckles right there. But I don't know if I would call this pearl white though. You know, I would call this, I mean, it's approaching almost like a light champagne. Okay, so Mr. Color over black. I would not use this over anything. No one would ever guess this is pearl white, right? I would say maybe gunmetal, right? There's nice little reflections of speckles. You can see different rainbow colors sparkling off of it. But, I mean, very nice, but I wouldn't use that for anything really. And then here it is over the chrome spoon. You could tell this is very, very transparent. Look, most of that chrome spoon is coming through. Not like the Tamiya. See, the Tamiya actually looks like white, right? Look at this. Barely covered. And with the airbrush, with this paint, I actually put it on, I try to put it on thicker, and I try to put an extra coat on. The others, I try to put 2 light coats. These, I try to put at least 3, since it was airbrush and this was extra thin. Testors lacquer white lightning. What I noticed on this, you'll see in the video, is that it seems thicker and heavier. See? This one seemed like I had to shake it not 2 times longer, but maybe 3 times longer than the Tamiya. Also, it seems like it took longer to dry and that it was coming out thicker. Maybe the nozzle, maybe the paint, maybe both. So look at this over the bare plastic. Do you see that? It looks like it attacked the plastic or it rubbed against something, but I know it didn't because I tested it again. Here's my test spoon, second attempt. See that? So it totally attacked the plastic. So with this, you have to have a primer, unlike the others. The others were fine without a primer. Over the gray, came out okay. Let's compare it with the Tamiya. A little lighter, a little more silver looking here. All right, and then here it is over the black. It looks like silver almost, right? Like some sort of aluminum, one of those colors, right? Lighter, meaning maybe it was thicker, but I wouldn't use that. Wouldn't use a black primer under pearl white. Here it is over the chrome spoon. Similar effect to the Tamiya, but which one do you like more? This one seemed a little more silver, so this one looks a little more off-white. But this does look like there's more the silver reflection though. I don't know, you tell me which one you like better. For me, I'm gonna try to find something for my Evo. So, my favorite so far is Tamiya over silver or chrome. Say that. Slightly more than this, I think. I think the Tamiya, and then of the Tamiya, let me see this, Mr. Color. Yeah, you know what? I would go with Tamiya, one of these. And over white, over gray, or over some sort of silver. What do you think? Which one do you think looks better? This looks like almost like plain white, but you have to look in the glare to see that it's different. This one might work well if you do another coat over it. And then this is very unique right here, where it's like an ivory white, and it does have more of the sparkle. I don't know, which one do you think? I would, out of these 3 paints though, I would buy the Tamiya Pearl White, and I would pick one of these undercoats depending on what you're looking for. Thanks for watching, and I will be back with another paint test, black primer test pretty soon. Thank you.